It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Bill Stadium in upstate New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And wow, a gamble here right off the bat, an onside kick to begin the game. The Bills say they have it, and they do. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now the first carry for Zach Moss. Moss going to have a first down and more. And he'll be taken down at the 26. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Now he's forced out left. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the complete.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary taking it in from the 20, and the Bills have taken the early lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Second down, back to Fournette. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From midfield, here's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Brady again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun now for Brady. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Brady. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Brady to throw again. And this is caught by Evans. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Brady now on 1st down. And he's got it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Second and 1 from the 2. Brady's going to sneak it, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Tom Brady keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak, and the Bucs are within a 2-point conversion of tying us up. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match?
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. On play action, Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. On the left side, he finds Beasley. Touchdown! Cole Beasley from 6 yards away. And the Bills have taken the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Brady going to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Oh, and this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady, throw left side, complete. That's Howard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Now Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. 49. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are within a 2-point conversion of tying us up. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Brady's going to look to throw. And that's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On play action, Allen. Forced out to it. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown. How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it. Extra point up and good by Succop. And they will take a 7-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good. On 2nd and 10, Allen going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, So a big call there that brings up fourth. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. And this one caught by Beasley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. So on 4th down, a big time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Buccaneers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The coverage that time was unbelievable the whole way around. I mean, you've got a quarterback just standing back there in the pocket. He had all night to survey the field, and he still couldn't find anybody. And when he finally did throw it, he threw it to the other team.
So after the INT, it's Brady. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, putting the ball right on him.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. This is caught by Evans. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Succop's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
You know what I was thinking? We could like find more houses that don't have like the carpet in the master bedroom. That would be dope. Cause I'm honestly gonna spend most of my time in my room, or in my garage, and doing my this and stuff. That's real. That's why we are looking for carpet stuff too. But just something about that, you know, that was still shit. So I was thinking about it. I'm down to it. Are you ready? Oh, whatever you do, like, you know, I'm serious with whatever.
No, it's just like you have to take that also
Not that.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Allen off the play fake. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up a third down. Oh, he fakes a spike. Flush to his right. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bucs will take over possession here up at the 44. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Brady now on first down. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Yo, what's going on? What you doing? Going swimming.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Have you been good for your nana? Are you sure? Your nana said you've been kind of bad. Why? No smiling. Tell me why. I know you're sorry, but why though? Why were you bad today?
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
I love you. Be good with that, okay? Love you.
And now Bruce Arians, with the play clock running low, is going to signal for a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. A give to Jones. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Okay, good. Now I'm talking about your husband.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I ain't get no phone call. I'm gonna have that same number.
They'll flip this quickly out to Beasley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Oh, so it did rain. This time. All right, man. I'm
so from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Oh, wow.
Finding Knox there, complete. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox, 27 yards. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for two. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
You said you had something to do. You said you had something to do. If you ain't got nothing to do, I'll come get a pass tomorrow.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Come get you tomorrow? All right, I think we can tomorrow. We'll find something to do. We ain't going back to that damn thing. I tell you that. That was a waste of time.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
I need 5 more seconds in the time. That's it. Why you put your face on the phone now? Why your whole nose in the phone? I don't want to see your bullets. Oh, my God. I love you. Love you. Oh, wow. You're right. Love you. Love you later. I'll call you tomorrow, when put it out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Where's she at?
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And this is going to be a Bucs 1st down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
What's your favorite song?
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And he gets it down to the 32. And now defensively they're going to burn their 1st timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
We know.
We listen to it like almost every morning. She likes that. Gets it going.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Chris Godwin, 32 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point put through by Succop, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Ella, be good for your nana and papa, okay? Be good for your nana and papa. No. Be good for nana and papa, okay?
You're going to come home if you're not.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Y'all just let it slide too much. I will sit down on the couch with it, but you know that I'm not playing.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
And he finds Beasley complete. He finds some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
We're trying our damnedest to find a house.
I feel like we're getting close.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Okay. That's good.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Back to throw, Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
I just hate seeing these packing houses go for like 200,000.
A handoff to Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Well, because she's getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning and she has to be up and focus all day.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Now Allen. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. The 40. 20. Is that it? 10. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Buffalo. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, with the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucs are underway. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson leaves it for Penny. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. It got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson steps away to his left. He's to the 10.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to run with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Bandit, bandit. Check 50, check 50.
Throwing to start the drive. Brady. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
To throw, it's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's caught, Lockett. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Escaping the pressure right. He hits his target, Lockett. And all the way down to the 27. It's a big play there for Seattle. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. And he had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play? Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Chris Carson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Fournette. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, Makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on first down is Brady. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. The give is to Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here we go. Hey, alert three. Check it back.
A shotgun give to Fournette, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. To throw is Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Here I come again. Quick dash. Go.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Alton Robinson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Man, I got you. Man. Whip. Watch the whip.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 56. 56, right there. 56. Watch the pass. Mike, 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
56, Mike, 56. Slam.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point put through by Succop. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for Seattle. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. I think this is a free play for Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
45 for Mike. 45 for Mike. Stop your whining.
Now Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll roll him out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Dancing to his left. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Dwayne Eskridge there to make the grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of a defense that much.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Near the sideline, there's Evans. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Brady now on 1st down. A pass underneath for Fournette. Touchdown! Leonard Fournette. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Fournette. Fournette, a 1st down, still going. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. They hand this one to Gronk. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
They're going to give this one to Gronkowski. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. What good hands there defensively at 2nd down. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
Second and 10. Here's Wilson. That's complete to Eskridge. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.
You do air, and we just call me when you're ready on Sunday, and we just act like was saying it's regular, and I dropped off the following weekend at your house.
And on top of that, I didn't really feel like, okay, you missed out on the whole weekend because I
I
had
didn't miss
to
out on the whole
work
weekend. I'm
today.
coming back again like within 24 hours.
Well, no, well, technically, no. Well, never mind. I'm gonna stay out of that. I'm trying to be Tuesday before I get my day
Yes,
off again.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Just go
Okay.
with just, I mean, it's a solution for every problem that we have right now.
I know there's always a solution. I just feel like we're just not gonna be on the same page. But it's cool. I mean, like, we in a decent area, so it's cool. Okay. I get it. Yeah. It's nonetheless, that's all I'm calling for. And I will make sure that the sales here is done. If you can drop her off that Friday evening or that Saturday morning, then sure, that's fine.
Okay.
And I can go ahead and do it here, and ain't nobody got to do no here.
We'll just confirm that after we confirm this Sunday. After we get everything this Sunday, then we'll move on to the hair. All right.
So, whoa. So let me just confirm. So this Sunday, you dropping her back off?
Yes, for your thing, like around what 1, 2 o'clock. Is that okay?
I mean, that's fine.
Then I will
That's
come,
perfectly fine.
and then I will come back and get her when everything's over. She just called me, hey Dad, I'm ready. I'm coming back.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I tell my baby, I said I love you.
See you later.
Love you, baby.
Bye.
Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God! I feel the love coming through the phone. Remind me of myself so much.
Right.
Stubborn.
I mean, oh,
All right, baby. Talk to you later.
see you later.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Be good for your mom.